Okay. Hey guys, I'm Amanda. I'm 14. Anyone 14? Raise your hand. 14. Woo! Okay. Close enough. Okay. So everyone who came up here had like more of the general coming out story, the typical one where it's like I came out to my mom and my dad and stuff. But mine was completely different because first of all, I'm really young and I'm completely out already. Like, so it all started when I wasn't even 12 yet. I was like 11 and it was 6th grade, and it was still elementary school because my elementary school goes up to 6th grade, and what happened is there was this girl, and she sat next to me in like homeroom, and we used to just talk all the time, and we were sort of close friends at the time, but she was like really popular, and I just really wasn't. So we used to talk on like AIM chat, like back then that was a big thing, but so I sort of like realized that I started to like her. So then one night, but also like I always thought like throughout like 4th and 5th grade, I always thought that I liked guys, but now I realize that I just really liked being friends with guys. But so I was talking to her on AIM one night, and then I don't know what we were talking about, but then I fell asleep right after that, and I had this dream, and I remember that at the time everyone was telling me like that I liked this guy named Bryce. Like I don't know, they were just telling me I liked him. I don't know. They said he liked me. So I had this dream, and we were sitting in I guess it was math, or no, I don't care what it was. But we were just sitting there, and like I guess I thought like in the dream, like you know how you could like sort of like think what's gonna happen in your dream before it happens, and I thought I was gonna kiss the guy, but I ended up kissing the girl, and then I sort of realized it right then. I was like 11, so then I'm very impulsive, like not anymore, but I was immature because I was like 11. So the next morning, right away, I just went and told the girl. I was like, I think I might like girls. So then, turned out she decided to tell my entire school right away. So first of all, it was elementary school, so people were like little kiddies. They're like telling everyone. They were disgusted. Like people were running away from me. So then, like, my mom didn't know at the time, but we were like, my mom's very close to me. So one day, it became almost like a rivalry between me and this girl now, because we were like trying to one up each other, because now we sort of like didn't like each other. Like I had a crush on her, so I annoyed her all the time. But like, I used to like piss her off. I was like, hey you, what are you doing? I used to tell her to wear a hat. I don't know why. That sort of just stuck because she was like, I'm so cold. My ears are cold. So I was like, why don't you wear a hat? Sort of stuck. Everyone still tells her that. It's really funny. But, so we're like, and so one day, there was this anti-bullying presentation. And my teachers before it, they were like, before the people came in to do the presentation, the teachers told me, like, well, they told everyone, they were like, if you have anything going on, come and tell us. So the whole group of girls, the whole group of popular girls, including that one girl, they go out into the hallway and they tell my teachers that I had a crush on her. Like they went and outed me to my teachers. And I was 12 now. And they were like, so my teachers pulled me into the hallway. And then they sent me to the school social worker at the end of the day. So I went home, like my mom picked me up. I stayed after for like a club, it was like science club. And I went out into the car. And I was crying, and my mom had no idea why, because my mom's a social worker herself, so she knew the social worker. So I was like, they sent me to the social worker's office, well, and she was like, why? What's going on? Because they didn't call her yet. So I was like, people are telling me I'm gay. So she goes, like, I remember we were sitting there, we had this conversation. She goes, are you? And then I sort of like, I don't know, because I was 12, so I didn't really know. So then, like, I like almost like. I didn't really tell anyone. Like, people knew. I didn't really have a coming out story. Like, I was never in the closet. It sort of just happened. I sort of was just out. Like, I never had that moment in the closet like everyone else. Except, and then my mom told my dad, they're cool with it. I don't know. They drive me here all the time. They're like, oh, go be gay. Have fun. So, the only person I actually ever came out to was my brother, which happened last month, because I figured he knew already, but I wanted to tell him. So he was just sitting in my room, and was like, His name's Richard. I was like, Richard, you know I'm gay, right? He's like, yeah. I'm like, oh, well, this is awkward. Yeah, okay. Alright, so that's pretty much my story.